Three-game winning streak comes to a screeching halt tonight at Spillane Field, a 6-5 win for the YD Red Sox over the Wareham Gatemen. Hi, folks. Welcome into the Gatemen Postgame Show alongside Cam Stuart and Henrique DaMour. I'm JD Raucci, and it was just a really tough night for the Gatemen. Nothing seemed to really be going in any sort of groove. It was all start and stop and start and stop, and really that all started with the defense really struggled behind starter Cade Cavalli tonight.
Yeah, it was something we don't see a lot of here. The .983 fielding percentage coming into today, best in the Cape League, and they kind of stooped down to YD's level in that sense. YD ranked 9th in the league coming into today, and 4 errors by the Gatemen today, 2 by catcher Andrew Millis, who has been so solid behind the plate this year, 1 on a play in front of home plate that he wasn't able to corral on a bunt that was a huge play that they ended up scoring in that inning, and then the throw down to second base and his stolen base attempt gets away. Andrew White ends up scoring as well, which was the insurance run that ended up being the difference in the game. So it's these little things. Ryan Kreidler can't turn the double play. He ends up getting nobody out, and it's just really sloppy for the Gatemen today. That's almost kind of cruising on that 3-game winning streak, maybe taking a little bit too much for granted and not being all there mentally. And I think that's what led to the mistakes. Again, 4 errors for the Gatemen tonight. You're not going to win many games when you commit 4 errors.
Not something you usually see from the Gatemen, but what we have seen a little bit from the Gatemen this season is an up and down bullpen, and really that was the case again tonight. After Cade Cavalli played pretty well, pitched pretty well as the starter.
Yeah, Cavalli I was pretty impressed with. He had a breaking ball working well that when he located it well was pretty devastating. Cam Stewart and I were talking about it, how when he located it low, got a lot of swing and misses, but the strikeout stopped after the 3rd inning. And especially from Tyler Kaiser, Tyler Ahern, who we saw in a low leverage situation against Hyannis. We talked about the lower leverage situations, how that's so great for this Wareham bullpen. But again, if you want to be the best team in the Cape, you got to be able to pitch well in high leverage situations. And Tyler Ahern not able to do that. He was very on and off, kind of Jekyll and Hyde. Some pretty good innings, but some bad ones as well. And Tyler Kaiser seemed like he was back to his old self, but then was not helped out by the defense. Like I said, that Kreidler non-double play. So things in general did not go well for the Gatemen, but Kaiser also just not back to his old self, and that's been a little discouraging to see.
Defense and pitching certainly weren't there for the Gatemen tonight, but one guy that was Sahid Valenzuela. How about a 4-for-5 day with 3 RBIs for him? He's our player of the game, and he caught up with our sideline reporter, Mary Orders, after the loss.
Thanks, guys. So, Sahid, you were 4 for 5 today with 3 RBIs. What was working for you behind the plate today?
I was just sitting fastball and trying to be early on it. I actually got a changeup and a curveball that I hit my last 2 at bats. So I was just a little early, and I was able to hit him over the first baseman's head.
Great, and it was a little bit of a tough loss tonight. What are you guys looking to improve upon for tomorrow's game?
I think we played all right today. Things just didn't go our way. We made a couple errors. I think tomorrow, if we just clean up those errors, we'll be fine.
And have you been working on anything in particular in batting practice or practice to get your swing down?
I've just been trying to stay with my pitches, what I'm looking for, and just stay inside the baseball.
And lastly, you go to school in California. You're from Arizona, but LeBron going to the Lakers, do you have anything to say about that?
Oh, yeah, I'm pumped. That's the first thing I'm going to do after this. I'm going to text my buddies and say if we're going to be going to Laker games now.
Great, Sahid. Thanks so much. Guys, back to you.
Thank you to Mary and Sahid, as always. And Cam, 4 hits and 5 at-bats. That's impressive. What was working so well for Sahid Valenzuela tonight?
I think he just didn't try to do too much with the baseball. And, it's so easy to say the hindsight on it's kind of 20/20. But I look back at that RBI that brought it back to 6-5. It was this ball. He's jammed in on the inside part. I think it was 2 strikes on him as well. And he's just protecting the plate, and he just bloops it into right field. Doesn't try to do too much with it. Just knows where his power alley is and puts it out to right field for the single that gets Idens home to tie the game. So he's just doing that all night. A couple of singles and a double. I mean, he was hitting the ball hard, but you weren't expecting him to go for doubles and triples all night. He was just not trying to do too much, just trying to keep the ball in play. And sometimes that simple mentality is really all you need. Tonight, it was Sahid Valenzuela's night. I mean, not much more you can say about him with a 4 for 5 and 3 RBI. I mean, that's one of the best hitting performances we've seen all season by an individual Gateman.
Valenzuela absolutely magnificent. He'll look to replicate that performance tomorrow. Now the Gatemen also only 1 point up in the West Division standings. A win for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks over the Harwich Mariners tonight. It's another all-important West Division matchup coming up tomorrow against the arch-rival Bourne Braves, who got the better of the Gatemen in the first matchup of the season.
They did, and that was one heck of a game, marred by a little bit of adversity. The collision out in the middle infield that Cam and I were talking about, we almost had another one of those today. But the Bourne Braves are a really good hitting team. They play well at home. They got the win today as well. But they're a very good hitting team, and the bullpen can't be Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know who the projected starter, I guess, is Connor Lund, so we'll see if that changes. But the fact of the matter is the bullpen can't be up and down. The offense is going to need to come to hit. It can't come through just one guy like it did for Sahid Valenzuela today. We saw that it was enough to squeak out a 3-2 win against Brewster the last time this happened, but Brewster and Bourne are two wildly different teams. Bourne is not as good as their record. They're better than their record, is what I meant to say by that. They're in the middle of the West Division standings, but a very important rivalry matchup coming up tomorrow as Hyannis, they're back to their winning ways, took down a good Harwich team today. Really important one tomorrow.
Spencer Brickhouse and Jared Triolo, two of the best hitters in the Cape Cod Baseball League, coming to Spillane Field tomorrow, 6:30 first pitch, and that means we'll have the Gatemen Keep pregame show, at 6 o'clock on the Gatemen Baseball Network on YouTube. That'll do it for us here on the Gatemen postgame show. For Cam Stewart and Henrique DaMour, I'm JD Raucci saying so long and enjoy your evening.